Hello, my name is Chae-Bogk Kim. I'm professor of Gyeongbok National University Business School. Today, I'm gonna present a paper whose title is Structural Relationship among Agility Capability Driver, Agility Capability, Supply Chain Performance, and Sustainability in IT-based Korean logistics companies. Actually, this study focused on logistics companies for managing real-time enterprises with turbulent demand and implementing smart SCM by improving agility capability with information technology for better competitiveness. The characteristics of new business are market volatility caused by various customer needs, continuous changes in a business environment, product life cycle, shrinkage, and environmental uncertainty. A strategic approach to adapt a severely changing business environment with agility and to increase the value of a supply chain is the improvement of capability of a supply chain by using information technology. This kind of IT-based capability of supply chain can be a source of business confidence. Most studies on the agility in supply chain management in the literature have focused on manufacturing companies. There are limited studies on logistics companies, which connect raw material suppliers, part suppliers, manufacturers, and distributors as a component of a supply chain. This study investigates relationships related to agility capability for IT-based logistics companies in Korea, changing to real-time enterprise by improving agility capability, and finally moving to smart supply chain management implementation. There are several factors of agility capability driver that have some effect on agility capability in the literature. As the speed of environment change increases, management is more and more aware of environmental uncertainty. Environmental uncertainty can be defined in each company as the situation where business decision making is very difficult because the competition is intense, demand fluctuation by customer requirement is violent, the introduction of a new technology or products is frequent, and government policy changes quickly. All members in the supply chain should supply chain orientation by understanding and spreading a bond of sympathy on the supply chain for efficient supply chain management. Companies that do not have enough supply chain orientation pursue their own profit and ignore cost reduction as well as waste elimination in the global supply chain. The internal structure of organization refers to the unique characteristics of internal organization in a certain company. The performance of supply chain can differ according to the internal structure of the organization. The internal structure of organization cannot handle competitive requirements with its own power and capability because of a severe competitive environment. The external structure of organization refers to the construction and management transactions relationship among companies that improve the competitiveness of the global supply chain. To adapt the rapidly changing market environment, agility is a necessary capability that future companies should have. Agility is one of the connecting dimensions based on time. It is concerned with agility coordinate rapidly between business strategy, and real operation processes. That capability can change the situation of business operations according to the uncertain market environment. Actual flexibility can be explained as a concept that includes the agility to respond to different customer demands by producing various products. Responsiveness can be defined as the ability both to respond to unpredictable accidents or changes in the supply chain quickly and to transform an abruptly changing state to a stable state. Quickness means the minimization of treatment and operational time. Quickness is a speed and the ability to finish activities as soon as possible. Leanness makes business process smoother by eliminating waste and delay causes in a business process. Leanness can be defined as a series of activities to remove waste in the system for minimizing material waste. Actually, the role of information technology is very, very important as time passed. Management actually highly concerned with IT applications, especially for logistics companies. Supply chain performance is important. In order to achieve efficient management and innovation of the enterprise and supply chain, measurement of performance is essential because it makes supply chain ecological and sustainable. This study focused on three performance indicators: financial, internal, and external, because learning and growth performance is difficult to measure with a cross-sectional approach. Financial performance is related to the real-time enterprise capability, and that means the performance of financial view can be perceived by each enterprise. Internal performance is related to the real-time enterprise capability, and it means the performance of internal process perceived by internal members of the enterprise when agility capability is increased. External performance is related to the RTE capability. That means the performance of a supply chain can be perceived by external members of enterprise when agility capability is increased. Sustainability is one of the concepts of reviewing sustainable development as a management dimension. It is concerned with the management activities oriented toward progress to fulfill our needs without prohibiting our descendants from obtaining their needs. It can be interpreted the balanced management emphasizes both social and environmental performance with traditional economic performance is essential to the concept. Sustainable supply chain management can be defined as activities to maximize the profit of a global supply chain, to reduce the environmental burden, and to increase social goodness. Environmental sustainability means the influence of the company of the environment. Enterprises do their best to keep up environmental conservation. Social sustainability is related to the fair and profitable business practices concerning the regions where enterprises do business. It pursues the profit of employees and the regional community affected by presence of enterprise. Let me talk about research hypothesis and model. There are four kinds of research hypotheses. In order to respond and control environment uncertainty, External information is more important than internal information. Capability of other organizations in the supply chain is crucial to manage the source of uncertainty. Actually, the hypothesis 1 is agility capability driver impact positively on agility capability. If management performance, including financial performance, cannot be obtained by a certain capability, an enterprise is not interested in that capability. Hypothesis 2 is agility capability has a positive effect on supply chain performance. There are limited studies on the relationship between supply chain performance and sustainability in the literature. Therefore, it is necessary to measure management performance in order to obtain efficient operation and innovation of the supply chain. Hypothesis 3 is supply chain performance impact positively on sustainability. Actually, Professor Fisher proposes efficient supply chain management for the functional products and responsive supply chain management for the innovative products. Since efficient supply chain management focuses on the minimization of cost, enterprise making innovative products in a responsive supply chain consider agility capability for the RTE more important than enterprise making functional product in an efficient supply chain. Therefore, hypothesis 4 is concerned that there is a difference in agility capability between logistics companies supporting responsible SCM and logistics companies supporting efficient SCM. This figure represents a research model. It contains 4 constructs: agility capability driver, agility capability, supply chain performance, and sustainability. That's the research model. Let's talk about empirical studies. Sampling and research methods are as follows. There are 4 kinds of categories: job position, working years, sales volume, number of employees. Actually, this table represents the descriptive statistics of the sample. Reliability and validity analysis is as follows. Conformative factor analysis is performed by using SMART PLS 2.0. Therefore, convergent validity and internal consistent reliability is obtained after analyzing following tables. There are many factors, from environmental uncertainty to the social sustainability. Actually, the value of outer loading is greater than 0.7 and the value of average variance extracted AVE is greater than 0.5 for obtaining convergent validity. Both Cronbach alpha value and composite reliability value were used for internal consistency reliability. Those values need to exceed 0.7 for satisfactory reliability. All criteria is satisfied in this study. Therefore, the fitness of the research model was affirmed. Let me talk about discriminant validity. Discriminant validity is analyzed by comparing the square root of each item's AVE, average variance extracted, with the correlation coefficients of other constructs in the corresponding row, as shown in table. The diagonal values in table are square root of AVE, since the square root of each item's AVE was greater than the correlation coefficient of other constructs in the corresponding row. The research items in this study have discriminant validity. Now it's time to say test result of research hypothesis. First, hypothesis 1. Most of agility capability driver has a positive impact on agility capability, except only two things. Two is actually like this. Supply chain orientation does not positively affect on leanness. Also, internal structure of organization has not positive impacts on responsiveness. These two hypotheses were rejected. Let's consider hypothesis 2. Agility capability has a positive impact on supply chain performance. All the hypotheses are accepted. Let's think about hypothesis 3, supply chain performance and sustainability. Most of supply chain performance has a positive impact on sustainability, except external performance do not positive impacts on environmental sustainability. Therefore, that hypothesis was rejected. Let's compare the agility capability of IT-based logistics companies which support responsive supply chain and efficient supply chain. There are not much difference between those logistics companies. However, if we think about leanness, there is a significant differences between logistics companies supporting responsible supply chain management and efficient supply chain management. Now, let's talk about research summary and managerial implications. The objective of this study was to investigate the relationship among agility capability driver, agility capability, supply chain performance, and sustainability. All these structural relationship was revealed, and most of things are highly connected, as well as each of them was a positive impact on the other things. Also, second thing is that variables of agility capability driver were developed by literature review, and the effect of those variables in agility capability driver were tested. There are managerial implications of this study. First, factors concerning both agility capability driver and agility capability were developed by reviewing and analyzing the literature. The test result of hypothesis 1 showed that IT-based logistics companies made an effort to improve agility capability if they have a high perception of agility capability driver. Test result 2, hypothesis 2 is same as above ones. Finally, this study showed that there was no difference of agility capability factors between information technology-based logistics companies supporting responsive supply chain management and efficient supply chain management, except for leanness. That means agility capability of IT-based logistics companies in Korea is not influenced by characteristics of a supporting enterprise. IT-based logistics companies obtained better agility capability because they just made an effort to support the faster logistics service with visibility by employing information technology for manufacturing things. there are some research limitations. There are some bias of respondents because there are so many respondents are small and medium logistics companies. Therefore, two-thirds of respondents worked in the company with less than 300 employees. Generally, large companies pay more attention to agility capability compared to small and medium-sized companies. Sometimes logistics companies have a passive view rather than active view because it just provide logistics service to manufacturing company and focus on satisfying requirements from manufacturing companies even though they employ high information technology software and hardware for better management. That means logistics company may not pay much attention to the environmental and social issues. Further work remains. First, it is expected that the perception of business situation and agility capability may differ by job position. Second thing is both the business and functional strategy of large companies differ from strategy of small and medium-sized companies. There are 64 references. Okay, this is my presentation. Thank you for listening my presentation. If you have any questions on this presentation, please contact me. My email address is kimcb@knu.ac.kr. Thank you so much.